In the Mix with Chris Rock.
I'm Alec Baldwin. I'm here with the gorgeous Gina.
I'm Larry King, and you're watching In the Mix.
I'm Kelly Ripa, and you're watching In the Mix.
I'm Matt Lauer, and you're watching In the Mix.
I'm Kathy Lee.
And I'm Hoda.
And you're watching In the Mix.
I'm Bethany Frankel, and you're watching In the Mix.
In the Mix.
Welcome to this episode of In the Mix live from New York City, coming at you from the new Cutting Room on 32nd Street and Park Avenue. I'm your host, Gina Jordan. Now, the entire In the Mix team, including myself, recently went on a little field trip just a few blocks away to go visit our friend, actor, funny man, Jack Black, who is being roasted by some of the best comedians in the business. Here we are at the Hilton in Midtown, New York City, celebrating with the Friars Club and honoring Jack Black.
Jack Black is an incredibly lovely guy.
I love Jack Black.
I'm a fan of Jack Black.
We're huge fans of Jack Black.
The man of the hour, actor, comedian, funny man, Jack Black. Sir Black has come a long way in the entertainment biz thanks to a commercial gig back in the early 80s.
Just last night, I was lost in the jungle with Pitfall Harry.
That kicked off a multi-million-dollar career.
Slip the cable guy $50, he'll give you all the movie channels for free, even the dirty ones.
From an evil sidekick to Hollywood's leading man, Jack has delivered an unforgettable cast of characters over the years.
But these are my recreation clothes.
Kung Fu staring contest. Go!
Do you need to go to the hospital?
Nah, I got some drops. I'll be fine.
Don't judge me!
You're not hardcore.
Jack's brilliant cast of characters have touched the hearts of millions of fans and recently catapulted him into a league alongside some of the world's most legendary comedians, including Sammy Davis Jr., Lucille Ball, Johnny Carson, Richard Pryor, Billy Crystal, Whoopi Goldberg, and Betty White.
It's Betty White.
Industry icons, all of whom have been inducted into the legendary Friars Club only after they survived a rip-roaring roast delivered and witnessed by their fellow famous funny men and women. You're nervous today? I overheard you saying that you're nervous. Do you think you...
I am absolutely panic-stricken.
Betty White is so old that on her first game show, the grand prize was fire.
This year, Black was the chosen one.
Me? No, come on. Don't be crazy.
The brilliant comedian was recently called on to honor the now 60-year-old Friars Club traditional roast. Jack accepted, yet not without some slight apprehension.
Thanks, you guys. I was really nervous. I didn't know if anyone was going to show up. I'm just really happy you're here.
Several famous faces showed up to personally roast Jack, including Jerry Lewis and Bob Saget, who was the official roaster.
Jack Black is an incredibly lovely guy, and he's very entertaining, and he's got a big heart. And I've known him for like 25 years, so this is a nice person to roast. I'm looking forward to it.
Plus, a comedian that's made roasting a full-time gig, Jeff Ross.
The only difference between Hasselhoff and Hitler, at least Hitler knew when his career was over.
What do you think Jack's going to be pissed off about? Anything?
I talked to him. I don't think he's going to be pissed off at all. I think he's going to like it. He rocks. Actually, he's fat. He kind of boulders.
Hundreds of Jack's famous friends lined up to celebrate the comedic genius and tenaciously talented musician. Jack Black, are you Tenacious D fans?
I'm envious of him. He had a movie called Envy. Get it? All right.
I do.
But
I'm envious of him, too. He's such a lovable guy.
Well, he's a great guy and a nice guy and a fun guy, and he entertains a lot of people, and I think he's coming from the heart. You know, I have a feeling. And he loves music.
I love Jack Black. I like that he's a comedy music hybrid, and I like to blend those two myself.
Look at him. He's the funniest guy ever. I've seen everything he's ever done.
Are you a fan, a very good friend, all the above?
I'm a fan of Jack Black. I've met him a couple of times. Friend's a strong word, so, you know. But no, I've met him. He's always been a good guy when I've met him, yeah. So this will be hard. but fun.
We're roasting Jack Black today. I shouldn't say we, but you, potentially.
I'm just going to watch everyone else gang up on him, you know. But he's
friends
got
with
it
Jack?
coming. Yeah, I've known him for a long, long time. We've shared the stage many times, and he's a pretty awesome guy. I was a big Tenacious D fan, of course, in the heyday of that second most awesome band in the world. And we actually played Spinal Tap and Tenacious played an amazing set one night, a benefit at the House of Blues, which they're still cleaning up, and it was fun.
I love everything that he does, and he makes me laugh and smile, and I watched him countless tours and competitions, so to have a chance to come here and be a part of this is like absolutely sign me up.
What brought you guys out? Let's talk first.
We got invited. And we love Jack Black. We're huge fans of Jack Black. He's a freaking comic genius, and we're so happy to be here.
Do you think that Jack Black is nervous today?
Why? Why would he be nervous? He's only going to have like the greatest comics on earth just ragging him through the floor. What's there to be nervous about? What could go wrong?
I can't imagine having a room full of people that you love and respect talk a whole lot of crap about you for an hour. I mean, you have to numb it somehow.
Still to come, we have a lot more in store for you. Jack Black and all of his friends, so don't move.
In the mix.
Just point.
With nowhere to love,
Just move.
to turn.
Just share.
You saw me
As you naturally would.
and showed me
Just
how
point.
much I still
Just move.
have to learn.
Just share.
And the
Smart. Inspired by you. LG Cinema 3D Smart TV.
This episode of In the Mix is presented by LG. Life's good.
In the mix.
Welcome back to this episode of In the Mix Live from New York City, coming at you from the legendary new cutting room at 32nd Street and Park Avenue. I'm Gina Jordan. Before ITM finds out where you can catch Gene Simmons' tongue on tour, how about you meet ITM's Artist of the Week, Atlas Genius, a band of brothers who recently performed live at an exclusive event in Chelsea.
Welcoming Atlas Genius!
everybody's taking what they can, but they can't decide.
I'm Keith Jeffrey. And I'm Michael Jeffrey.
No, they're not identical twins. But at first glance, Atlas Genius, a band of two brothers from Southern Australia, they kind of look alike. Who's older?
I'm 7 minutes older.
7 minutes older. Wait, so are you identical?
We're not actually twins. He's just being a smart ass. He's being smart.
Even though these self-made rock stars from Down Under, who were recently signed by Warner Brothers, just kicked off their first world tour, they still couldn't resist revealing why they felt homesick.
We actually miss that dog, and it's his birthday today. He turned 6 today. Not on this phone, because I just got the phone. But if I did, I would show you.
So sad, I want to see what kind of dog.
He's a big fat lab.
Yeah. Well, he's a beautiful lab. He's healthy, maybe a little bit overweight, but he's a good boy.
What's his name?
His name's Marcus.
Marcus?
Yeah.
Shall we say happy birthday, Marcus?
Happy birthday, Marcus.
Happy 6th birthday, Marcus. We miss you.
Marcus, the yellow lab, isn't the only one that inspires the band.
Growing up, it was the Beatles and Led Zeppelin and Nirvana, The Police. I mean, a huge bunch of bands like that.
Atlas Genius's New York City performance kicked off with a live rendition of the song Symptoms. But the real highlight was when, for the first time ever, the band made their fans a part of the show by using LG's two-way record video phone. Now, what are you going to do with the content that you grabbed from tonight? Are you seriously going to shoot some content?
We actually are going to have one of these set up on a mic stand. So we're actually going to record the show with the phone.
Use you can record the front and back camera at the same time. So we're going to, get some cool footage of me playing and Keith's backside.
Yeah, me dancing from behind.
Now we see what we're gonna
LG's Senior VP of Marketing, James Fischler, revealed why he chose Atlas Genius to engage fans with LG's latest technology.
They're here with LG tonight, helping us launch Optimus G Pro, and they love to share content. So they've been recording content of their band. They're going to do some tonight, and then they're going to share it with their fans. So they're our target demographic, but they're also a real-world example of how to use this device.
If so, we know we'll be coming. If so, we know we'll be coming.
Listen, I know the wrestlers get all the fancy ladies, and the clothes, and the free creams and lotions.
There's no debate. Jack Black is one funny fella who continues to entertain fans and successfully rake in the millions per movie role.
Oh, no, it's a barbershop quartet!
Jack recently joined the ranks as some of the best comedians in the biz when he was inducted into the Friars Club, but not before surviving their famous annual roast.
I'll never forget when I took my kids to see Jack in Gulliver's Travels, because I didn't.
Now, recently, our entire In the Mix team took a field trip just a few blocks away to go and visit our funny man friend, actor Jack Black, who is being roasted by some of the best comedians in the biz.
And Jack, it's your time to speak. It is, and you're getting this award, actually, from Jerry and from all of us.
Before we go one-on-one with Jack. A lot of Tenacious D fans here, sir.
You think so? We got some D in the house?
ITM must first connect with the eclectic lineup of famous faces who came out to support and roast the one and only Sir Jack Black.
Last time I saw these great musicians together was in a $1 CD bin.
Interesting variety of people came out today to honor their friend Jack Black. The Beach Boys, Gene Simmons, and Bob Saget all came and walked today and are about to roast Jack Black. Who knew Jack was besties with rock legend Kiss frontman Gene Simmons?
You look great, Gene.
Simmons attended with his wife Shannon Tweed and son Nick.
We're in a touring cycle right now, so Kiss is on tour worldwide, and in June we start the European leg.
I notice he's very reserved when you're around, Shannon.
Oh, really? Not as much pinching and glomming on?
No, he did no pinching and glomming, but he did show off the tongue. That was a big thing about 10 years ago. He did a lot of the showing off the tongue.
He sometimes still does it, but now there's sort of a spin cycle.
Yeah, but I would stick it out, but the floor's dirty.
Did you pass the tongue on?
I think we should keep him in today.
Can we see the tongue, the famous tongue?
The legendary rocker has a lot to celebrate. After 28 years together, Gene and his first lady of rock and roll finally tied the knot. Is it congratulations finally in order? The two of you?
We did it.
They did it. It's official?
It's everything. It's everything.
I didn't get any jewelry. How come I didn't get anything?
My son is not a bastard anymore.
That's a matter of opinion, I think.
It's funny, I used to watch movies where they say I can't live without you, but for me it's true.
Even after the official ceremony and ring, Tweed admitted she still won't let Gene and his famous tongue fly solo on the road. In fact, the band, who's been touring since '74, is about to kick off another world tour this year, and Shannon won't miss a beat. When you're on the road, do you guys go on the road too? Do you meet up at certain shows? How do
you now?
You now? Why is that? Because you have to be together all the time? Comedian Jeff Ross, now dubbed the Master Roaster, created a name for himself holding no punches while roasting some of Hollywood's most famous personalities, including Pamela Anderson, William Shatner, Joan Rivers, Flavor Flav, David Hasselhoff, Donald Trump, Charlie Sheen, Roseanne Barr, and Bob Saget.
Joan, her whole life, all she wanted to just be considered one of the guys. And good news is your doctor says you're only 3 surgeries away.
When there's a roast, Jeffrey Ross is right there. What's up with that? How did you become sort of the roaster?
I don't know.
The roastee?
I think I'm just good at making fun of people. You're lucky you're not up there tonight.
Yeah, you don't even know who I am, so it would be...
Perfect. It would be even easier.
It would be easier. Are you going to sing to him by chance? Any singing going to be happening?
I won't be singing, although I may sing to the Beach Boys. But they're getting older, right?
Aren't we all, Jeff?
Round, get around. I don't go out much anymore.
By the way, you aren't getting older. I feel like you're going.
What am I going to do that you ignore?
Jack Black today, he looks a little nervous.
Does he? I haven't seen him yet. I had a drink with him last night, and he was very cool. And he said he took me aside. He said, "Don't hold back, let it rip." So I thought that was pretty cool of him. Some thick skin under all that blubber.
Hands down, Ross's most infamous roast was Donald Trump.
Donald's ego is so big, he videotapes himself masturbating and then masturbates to that video.
What's the meanest thing you've ever said to anyone and they were pissed off about it? Trump? Was Trump pissed?
Trump took it reasonably well for Trump. He doesn't like to be made fun of, but he still sat there and I've roasted him a couple times, so he's a pretty good sport.
Anyone you'd be afraid to roast? That you're afraid? Anyone?
No, I'm not afraid of anyone.
No one?
Yeah,
No one
I'd love to roast the ex-pope. That'd be good. I'm Jewish. We don't have a pope. We have Steven Spielberg.
The roastmaster general of the night was that guy from Full House, the hilarious Bob Saget, who was in full-on roast mode.
We are fortunate to have Richard Marx here. I was always a fan of his when I was 12.
You're on. I love it. You're.
Well, yeah, I'm just a little focused, right?
Unlike Jeff Ross, he was a little shaky. And
Well, he's not shaky. He was probably just, a little relaxed.
Speaking of relax, I think Jack Black is on Ambien right now.
No, he's completely calm. I could tell my drugs. He's clean. I could feel what everybody's on. I think a lot of these guys are on something. Your camera operator, you know what he's on? Any clue?
That should be a new game show. What is he on?
Right. It's always coffee.
Can we co-produce that, please?
Let's do this.
You're a funny man. I've heard that before.
That's one of the.
I've heard that Bob Saget's a very dirty man. You're dirty.
I'm kind of dirty. I don't mean to be. I'm most dirty because you watch me doing family comedy, so it's incorrect.
You can expect to see more of Saget, who has several projects in the works, including a book and a comedy special. You have an upcoming book out, correct?
For HarperCollins for It Books, which is kind of their patina, which is a lovely little restaurant. But it's a book coming out about death and comedy and how they intersect, and it's kind of a filthy book. And it comes out next year. And I have a special May 10th on Showtime, my new stand-up special called "That's What I'm Talking About." So that's dirty. That's not right. That is the emphasis. I think I said it exactly like you just did. And it's in the same line of, it's an R-rated thing, but it's not that dirty.
Who have you roasted that you have any regrets roasting or saying something during a roast?
I'm not really a roaster. I came here to roast Matt Lauer right here at the New York Hilton. And then I got roasted once on Comedy Central, the televised one, where John Stamos was the host.
Jeffrey Ross there?
Yep. Jerry Ross is signs. He'll go anywhere he hears the word roast. He'll open an oven. He'll eat your food. He doesn't even know where he is.
He's Jewish.
He is triple Jewish. He's got 9 circumcisions and a turkey leg in his hand. But I like doing this. I mean, it's a fun thing to do, and it takes weeks to write it. That's the stupidest thing, is you're actually trying to write jokes that are the most offensive without hurting anybody.
Saget, who's been making fans laugh for decades, brought his own personal entourage to witness the action. Are you nervous a little? Do you get nervous?
No, I just want to do it and have fun. And my daughters are going to be here, 2 of them. 2 of my 3 daughters.
How old are your daughters?
I don't know.
Like around, we don't want to say
they're 26, 23, and 20. And the 26, 23 are going to be here.
That's awesome.
So they're allowed to hear all this. They've grown up with stand-ups all around them.
Did the video show for 8 years, and that was bizarre, man. People sent in porn. And I have it.
Why do you still do these shows?
I love doing stand-up. It's something it's one of the things I do. I'm also teed up to direct this movie thing that takes me off of that. It's a completely different part of you. And finishing a book is a lot of discipline, locking yourself up in an office and writing.
Especially when you announce it, then you have to finish it.
And
right?
and you got a due date, and they want it. And my editor's coming to this thing today. I gotta sound literate on stage.
From a comedic veteran to a radio legend in his own right, comedian Artie Lang from the Howard Stern Show came out to roast Jack. Bob Saget, we just interviewed Bob. He said he not nervous at all. He lives for this kind of thing, and he's very excited. And then Jeff Ross, on the other hand, he lives for this kind of thing, so he's excited. You know Jeff.
Yeah, I know Jeff really well. He's a good friend of mine. Bob's a good friend of mine. Yeah. Bob likes to like get rid of that Full House image, so he uses events like this to do that. So
I noticed that. He wanted to keep reminding us how vulgar he can be.
Oh yeah, and he'll remind you today, big time. Absolutely.
Lang, who suffered from a serious drug addiction that almost took his life, is now drug-free, holding steady, hosting a new show. You have a new show coming out, sir, by the way.
I do. It's on DirecTV and Sirius Satellite Radio. It's called The Artie Lang Show. Yeah, it's like a sports comedy show. It's on nights.
When can we tune in? So we have.
Well, you can start. It's on now. It's on DirecTV if you have DirecTV, and it's also on Sirius Channel 92.
Sirius Radio.
Yeah, if you.
Howard, then you can switch over and listen.
Exactly.
Artie credits his comeback to true love with his longtime girlfriend of 4 years, Adrian. How long has this been going on?
4 years.
Only 4 years?
Yeah.
Do you get to see each other a lot?
Well, we live together, so yeah, we see each other. We see each other quite a bit, probably more than she would like.
Is it true? Oh, stop it. He's just like a big teddy bear.
He is a big teddy bear.
Yeah, no, we have fun.
You remember the Spin Doctors? Well, these guys are still together and have been busy writing songs. The band plans to release a new album later this year. You guys are doing a lot of writing right now, correct?
Yeah, we never stop writing, but we actually have a new record coming out. It's called If the River Was Whiskey. It's a blues record, actually.
It's very different. That's a departure slightly from what you've done in the past, correct?
Well, and actually, to tell the truth, it's we're getting back to our roots. In the early days of the band, we used to play in these blues clubs, and we didn't want to play covers, so we wrote an entire evening's worth of blues songs that we then played in these clubs, and we completely got away with it. So we want to record some of these songs and some new ones, but it's really actually a return to our roots.
We weren't kidding when we said Jack Black has an eclectic group of famous friends. That's right, from Gene Simmons to the Beach Boys, Bruce Johnston and Mike Love, best known for their classic hits, Kokomo, Surfin' USA, I Get Around, Good Vibrations, and California Girls. We are in the mix with the Beach Boys. 50 plus years later, and the Beach Boys are still performing live around the world. Now, you guys know how to write, just a little bit, right?
He has a Grammy for songwriting.
Oh, just a Grammy?
Hang on, wait a minute. I have nothing.
Lucky me, I have a Grammy. He just has 39 hits more than I do. Seriously, as a writer. Good Vibrations.
We got lucky.
A little song called California Girls, Good Vibrations. Now, songs of summer.
Fun. I Get Around, Surfing USA, comes to
I
mind.
love these, and they're all like happy songs. Did you ever write a song that made somebody cry?
Warmth of the Sun. It was written the night before the morning that President Kennedy was shot. It's melancholy. It's very sad.
The best Beach Boy song, the best Beach Boy recording. Perfect.
World performers, the Beach Boys.
3 or 4 million albums. We just got back from Hong Kong. We played the Rugby Sevens, 50,000 people, at halftime. There we are.
Is 50,000 people a lot for the Beach Boys?
Yeah, I think that's a lot of people.
I feel like you've been performing in front of thousands and thousands of people.
We do all sizes of things.
Generally, we play where Tony Bennett plays. That's
I love Tony Bennett.
I kind of honored Tony 2 weeks ago. His name is Anthony Benedetto, and he's a painter. And he has a painting called God is Love, which is a painting of Duke Ellington with some flowers, and it's in the National Portrait Gallery of the Smithsonian. So Country Life in England said, would you like to have be in our weekly page, my favorite painting? So I chose God is Love by Anthony Benedetto. So it's a little piece of me and a huge picture and a huge review, and it came out 2 weeks ago. That's how I honored him for his music.
She were your best friends?
Yeah.
We're good friends.
Years and years.
Well, actually, I loaned him money in Las Vegas when he'd run out in like 1964 or 3 or something like that.
We'd be better friends if he wouldn't just put me in the back seat of his Bentley, which you can only put a wallet in.
He owes me a lot of money now.
Did you guys ever perform on Johnny Carson?
Yes.
Yeah.
We did. I had a beard that looked like ZZ Top, and I saw ourselves in Johnny Carson, and I went upstairs and immediately cut the beard off.
No, but the other
like
time
that trimmed it.
we sang Graduation Day. That's true. And it was great.
We'll remember always
Well, still to come, we have a lot more surprises with Jack, so don't move.
In the mix.
Just point.
With nowhere to
Just draw.
to turn.
Just share.
You saw me
As you naturally would.
and showed me
Just point.
how much I still
Just draw.
have to learn.
Just share.
And the odds
Smart. Inspired by you. LG Cinema 3D Smart TV.
This episode of In the Mix is presented by LG. Life's good.
in the mix.
Welcome back to this episode of In the Mix live from New York City. I'm Gina Jordan coming at you from the legendary cutting room. Now, finally, the moment we've all been waiting for, we go one-on-one with the roasty himself, Jack Black.
Our guest of honor, actor, singer, musician, all-around talent, Mr. Jack Black.
Life's good when the Friars Club chooses you as their annual celebrity roastee, or so one may think. According to Jack, he agreed to do the roast because Jerry Lewis told him it would be the highlight of his career. But once Jack hit the red carpet, he had second thoughts. Jack Black,
Yes.
the man of the hour.
Yeah.
To be roasted or not to be roasted, that is the question. Are you ready to be roasted?
Yeah, I'm semi-ready.
Semi-ready? You seem a little nervous today. May I be? Are you a little nervous?
Of course I'm nervous.
Clearly, it's Jack's ability to be vulnerable in any given moment that makes him so darn likable, even when he's marching down the red carpet about to be slaughtered.
I'm gonna be slaughtered today. I'm like a deer going to the slaughter. Do deers go to the slaughter?
Hopefully
At the
not.
venison factory.
I was kind of thinking like it feels like you're sort of the pig on the spit. You know, you're ready to be roasted, so to speak, right?
Yeah, you know what? I took an extra Ambien last night too, so I'm a little bit wasted from that. I've got a little bit of an Ambien hangover, and that's maybe gonna work to my benefit. I'll just be like, ding, ding, go ahead and talk about me all day.
Jack didn't face his tormentors empty-handed. Bob Saget.
Saget, he's gonna be brutal. But I got a little something for him too. I wrote a couple things down. I'm ready. I got my
magic.
My little painful pad of doom.
Jack, who's the other half of the hit rock duo Tenacious D with Kyle Gass since 1994, confessed if he needs to fight back, he's got a plan.
I'm gonna have to think up a little rock and roll ditty to sing. Has anyone ever sang on the dais about being roasted? Roasted! I'm so roasted!
That voice, you have a great voice.
That was not so good though, was
That's
it?
good. I have to say. Jack's voice doesn't only resonate with Tenacious D fans.
Ain't got an eye, see girl.
Rumors recently revealed the actor-musician could be the next judge on The X Factor. X Factor? Anything happening with that?
I haven't watched it.
Okay, but they say you may be hosting.
Oh, there was talk of it, but no actual formal offers, so I'm gonna say no.
Sir Black also shared when it comes to picking and choosing future film projects, well, that process is about to get more challenging. You're a dad. Does that affect the work that you do, the projects that you choose now? Because your children are getting older, they're little people.
Yeah.
How does it affect
so.
you?
Yeah, maybe it prevents me from doing anything really super violent. Like I'm probably not going to be headbutting anyone's brains apart anytime soon. But they don't have to see. You know, I can keep them from watching that stuff. It doesn't really affect me now. I'm going to say now. I'm changing my answer. No.
You're an absolute sweetheart. I wish you the best of luck today. I really do. And you know,
I will survive.
You will survive. And on top of it all, you're an amazing man, amazing actor. So we only wish you the best. Thank you so much.
You're the best.
Thanks, Jack.
Come on.
Oh, bones it out. I'm bonesing it out with Jack.
As long as I know.
Well, that's going to do it for this episode of In the Mix. I just want to give a very special thanks to all of our friends that we met at the roast today, including Artie Lang, Bob Saget, the Spin Doctors, the Beach Boys, Gene Simmons and his gorgeous wife, Shannon Tweed, and of course, the one and only Jack Black. Thank you so much for watching, and we look forward to seeing you next time in the Mix.